So, hey, let's make sure we know the tempo.
Yo, what's up? Today we're out here at Alabama State watching preseason practice. Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. led his team as the head coach to a 10-2 record last year. This year they're trying to bring home the title, man. I got an opportunity to sit down with Coach Rob, spend some time with him. I call him Coach Rob. Coach Eddie Robinson, spent some time with him. Now we out here to see him do his thing at practice, see what his style is like. I already know, but y'all about to find out.
Now you're getting the full Eddie Robinson.
Bullseye View. I'm the host with the most, baby. Podcasting for the masses, and I'm coming correct. Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Bullseye View. I'm Keith Bulluck, the host with the most, and today we have another great episode for you. Played 11 years in the NFL, had a pretty decent career, but before all that happened, I had to learn how to be a professional in the NFL, and today I'm sitting with Eddie Robinson Jr., the head coach at Alabama State University. Also was my OG, the veteran linebacker of the room when I got to the NFL. E-Rob, I appreciate you coming on with me. How is life treating you, brother?
Man, it's good. It's good. Giving back to these young kids and just enjoying the game of football, enjoying the ride. You know, we talked about life brings you opportunities, so it was just a great opportunity for me to come back to my alma mater, no less.
Word, that's dope. But you started here, obviously. You know what? Obviously, I do my research. What I didn't know was that you were a walk-on. You go second round from here. You get to the Houston Oilers. You eventually cracked the starting lineup as a rookie.
Nah, so it was a great experience. It was a locker room with a bunch of grown men.
Right.
So I'm telling my stories over here. We still had guys smoking their menthol. Hey, let's go, young fella. I'm like, my goodness, you smoking cigarettes before the game, like in the locker room. So very interesting stories with that 92 and 93 Oilers team. But Al Smith, those guys, after the first 4 games, and they released the guy in front of me, Johnny Mees, who was like my neighbor, right? Wow. So I'm like, man, this NFL is a business. And so, but I was able to pick up the defense really, really good. This was like before all of the technology.
Yeah.
So Greg Williams, he was there. He was the quality control guy. So we were really, I mean, you would take that VCR tape and you would go back and forth. You write I formation, 1 run, all right, bam, 1 pass. And then you had to draw the plays up, so you had to create your cheat sheet. And so it took me a while to catch on, but man, I had a lot of veteran guys that really taught me how to play football.
But that makes a great defense, like that communication, those type things. What type of leader was Warren Moon like?
Warren Moon was probably just a consummate professional. Like everything he did, just look. I compare Warren Moon to Derek Jeter, right? You know how everything Derek Jeter does, it just looks like what the coach, like the captain is supposed. Like you didn't have to walk in and say who was the leader of the Oilers. He just smooth, just like had the little mustache, little Billy D. Williams fro, and so. And man, everything, the ball just whizzed by your ear. I remember he threw one and I thought I had a pick. Yeah, Rick thought you had one, didn't you? So it was just super cool guy, man. He was like that ultimate team leader. And so loved playing with those guys, man. It was a fun couple of years. Didn't get the results we wanted as far as the playoffs. We won a lot of games, went to the playoffs both years.
Were those teams better than your maybe 99 and 2000 Oilers, Titans teams?
It's funny, talent-wise, yes. It was a tremendous team from a talent-wise, but I think the 99, 2000 teams was a team.
Right.
Like we believed in each other. We hung out. That Oilers team was a little bit like a dysfunctional family. No, not a whole lot like
that
a
was
dysfunctional
grown, like
family.
you said, it was grown men.
It was grown men.
It was grown men.
With a lot of personalities.
Yeah, and it was Houston. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. Were you surprised, that team got dismantled the way it did, after you had those 92 and 93 seasons?
Because we were close and they had a lot of tough playoff loss. So at some point, you're talking about Warren Moon making, which we look at a lot of money back then, compared to now. But yeah, the salaries were high, and I think the production in the playoffs is what kind of got us. But at the same time, the talent was in the building, and when Warren left, then you go 2-14, but then you got Steve McNair. So sometimes you got to burn down the forest and grow more trees.
I had one of our teammates on, but one of your teammates from Houston, Blaine Bishop, and his rookie year was 93.
Oh,
he
man.
said that was the craziest season that he said he couldn't believe the NFL was like this. So what was 93 like from your perspective after being in the league already for a year or two?
Man, you could have wrote a book just about that Oiler team with the talent. And that's, we started off 1-4. Right. And then you had, it was truly like Buddy Ryan's team, and then it was Kevin Gilbride's team on offense. And me, I'm cool with both of these guys, right? So I'm kind of like, but you got to go with the defense. And it's Buddy Ryan, of course, right? So
Buddy Ryan.
Yeah, so it was like a million stories. Like, I mean, a million stories. But then, you had the punch with Kevin Gilbride, which people think that Buddy Ryan just came out of the blue and punched Kevin Gilbride.
That was a build-up.
It was a build-up because what was happening with the run-and-shoot offense, which Buddy Ryan called it the chuck and duck. Like, he didn't have no respect for
Blaine
it.
said that.
Right? So his thing was that we weren't playing complementary football, right? And so at the end of the half, in the week before, Marcus Robinson, all right, so we stop him, 3 and out, minute 15, minute 30 seconds. They come out 3 incomplete passes. So they punt. So we go back on the field with a minute. They pass it. Marcus Robinson tears his ACL out for the year. So Buddy is like, we should not have even been on the field. So that was the backstory. So he's like, hey, man, run the football. Get us to halftime. We're winning the game. So what does he do? 3 incomplete passes. So Buddy had enough. The old Apex jacket on. Now. So you understand the logic. So really he was taking up for us in the defense. Right. But Buddy, man, he was the ultimate tough guy, but he had his players back. And I think the one thing I learned from him, so after the first couple of games, we started off 1-3, right? So we were good the year before. We got Buddy Ryan, we got the defense, Wilbur Marshall, these all pros. We supposed to be that team. 1-3. We go to New Orleans, and my home team, the Saints beat us, just not playing well defensively. So we just couldn't pick up the system as much. So Buddy goes in front of the news and like, hey man, I'm a horseshit coach. That was his word. I'm not getting it done. Like, these guys are all pros. They were good before I got here. This is on me. I have to coach better in order to get us to where we got to go. And I'm going to start coaching better the very next day to get us in that thing. Took all of the blame. So as the coaches, the players, we like, well, maybe some of this blame was Buddy, but it was really us.
That was bullshit.
Yeah, we were bullshit. We wasn't studying. We wasn't learning the stuff like he wanted us to learn it. He had to dumb down some of it because we weren't picking it up. But I think as the players in that room, we all felt like, hey, man, like that guy went out on the limb for us. You know what I'm saying? He took all of the blame. So now we owe it. We won 11 straight games after that.
So coming from Houston with all the OGs that you just had, now you're going to another team with another set of bad BMF, who Keenan McCardle, Tony Brackett, you know what I'm saying? Like some bad dudes. So what was the atmosphere in Jacksonville like? And also playing for Tom Coughlin. I had the opportunity to play for Tom Coughlin, a young Tom Coughlin in the NFL. I got Coach Coughlin at the end of his career.
You got the mellow version, right? I got the full-fledged college version. So it's always a great opportunity. Keenan McCardle and I went on our visits together. So we were both like, what you think? Because it's an expansion team. They were losing record the first year, but as you could see, they were putting the pieces together, and they had a quarterback. They had a young Mark Brunell who wasn't there yet, but you could see it was coming. And then Jimmy Smith was there, but he wasn't the Jimmy Smith guy. This is the Jimmy Smith before Jimmy Smith. It all came together well. Coughlin was super disciplined, like probably one of the most disciplined coaches, almost to the point of annoyance. But you could see where he was going with it, and it was more of a college deal. Yeah, it definitely pissed you off sometimes. No doubt about it. Everybody had their clashes with Coach Coughlin, but you respected the fact that he was going to always have you prepared for every game. And as a player, that's all I can ask, that you're going to have me ready to play on Saturday. You're going to cover everything I need to cover, and you're going to hold my teammates accountable so I don't have to be a coach. I want to be a player.
Did you play against the Titans or the Oilers?
Yeah, so we played against them twice. And so that's when Eddie was a rookie.
What was that experience? I ain't never get to play. I only got to practice against Eddie. You know, I used to take it easy on him. You know what I mean?
He was a Heisman guy, so I gave him some choice words. This ain't Ohio State. I'm not Michigan. Probably something like that. He doesn't remember that. Of course, Eddie has this warped sense.
So he has select
all
memory.
of his stories. He ends up on top, right?
Rightfully so.
But nah, it was fun playing, man. Playing those old guys, and for me it was just like a connection because that was like my guys. You know what I'm saying? So even playing against Bruce Matthews, and I was talking a lot of trash, right?
Of course.
So Bruce was like, Eddie, dude, what are you doing? I said, Bruce, I was doing the same thing. We was just on the same team. Now you're getting the full Eddie Robinson, right? So, but it was a lot of fun playing against the Oilers too. So.
Yeah, nah, that's cool, man. And then, you know, you had that time at Jacksonville. You come back to Tennessee, and Jeff Fisher is the head coach.
Yep.
Greg Williams is the coordinator. Some things have changed. You're more mature. You're the vet that when I came 2 years later, you're the vet that I know. What was the return to Tennessee? And that's why I say you had a unique career, because now it's not in Houston. Y'all are the Tennessee
Nashville.
Oilers.
Right,
it's the same franchise, but now it's almost like an expansion team again.
Yep. So it was the same players but different cities.
Yeah.
So, what happened with Tom Coughlin? Like, they asked me to take a pay cut, right? So I led the team in tackles 2 years. You asked me to take a pay cut. So what's going on? And you're gonna be a third down player? Like, nah, I'm a 6-year guy. I'm still a starter. I got more to give. So if I take the pay cut, I'm gonna be a team guy. I get an interception in the last preseason game. I'm like, dang, they're gonna keep me, because I still wanted to kind of go somewhere to start.
You wanted to go somewhere else.
Like, man, I'm gonna be stuck. I didn't play too good, right?
Played myself into a job.
Played myself into a job, right? But it was a Thursday night game, so I'm thinking surely they're gonna cut me Friday or Saturday, and so, but they don't cut me, so they wait till Sunday. Then they wait till Sunday, like an hour before the cut day. So I took it personal, because my thing is, if you're gonna cut me, I can get another job.
Right.
But when you wait to the last cut day, now you're kind of, so then it was the choice, hey, I go back to the Titans, who were the Oilers, who I know, or Mike Dick could call me, I'd go home and play for the Saints. Think I'm gonna go back to the team I know, right? And it'll cost me too much tickets to go back home and play in New Orleans.
I don't want to play. It's hard to play at home.
So I go back to the Titans, and of course, you know, I got the Jacksonville game circled, right?
Taylor trying to get outside, and Taylor bottled up at the 5-yard line. Eddie Robinson, who was released by this Jacksonville team at the end of training camp and came right back to Tennessee where he played before.
Long story short, we playing them. They make a play, the ball tips, I get a pick. So I'm running to the sideline, right? I'm running to try to score. I get tackled and I get up. Who do I see? Tom Coughlin looking at me. Spike the ball. The ball hits him. It was not my intent, right? So you know the fine comes and all that. But it was a beautiful moment. I enjoyed it. I tried to peel, but I had to.
Yeah, you got your spike.
I earned my money though. It was worth it.
You earned your spike on TC. You came back to the Titans in '98, regular 8-8 season, but then what was about '99, moving into the new stadium, and you know, obviously that's the Super Bowl year, but what was it about that team? Did you know coming into the season y'all were gonna, you know, be that good or have a shot at, you know, the championship?
Yeah, well, '98 we were really close. We were 8-8 and had some tough losses, but we just didn't know how to win. Right. We couldn't close out games. So in '99, you felt like the people were in the room, but then Javon Curse showed up.
I know. You guys tell them I'm beat them all day,
Right? So,
freak out.
And I tell you, he took a 10-12 defense to a number 1 defense, just with his ability to run. And so I tell guys now, like, running to the football, even me being a 7-year veteran, like, I'm running to the football, and this dude is like he's running. I'm like, man. So you figure out, oh yeah, he's doing that in practice with the shorts on.
Right.
Surely when we get in pass, he won't do that. So then in the game, it's like it was the same thing. I mean, I think those 12, 13 sacks, if you say the difference is not one guy, but he elevated the play of everybody else because of his effort and how hard he played.
Like when you came back from Jacksonville, Jeff Fisher was now the coach. You know what I'm saying? How did you see his maturation?
Funny story about Jeff when he came, and I told the guys that we're in nutrition like right now. So we got smoothies one night, you know, we got, you know, pasta with the meat in and everything. I'm real, you know, my diet is like clean.
I know you, bro.
So I'm a New Orleans guy, right? So before Jeff Fisher was there, so Friday night, we would go have our team meeting, right? Well, Saturday night. So you have your team meeting. This is the night before the game. You get out the team meeting, they got unlimited boxes of Popeye's chicken and biscuits.
Damn.
Right? That was the pregame meal.
The night before the game?
So you know me from New Orleans, I'm going give me a thigh leg. I'm like, rah. So I was eating like all Popeye's chicken, then you went to bed. Got up the morning and played. So when Jeff Fisher came, he was with the 49ers. So they were way ahead of player care, massage therapy. So he brought, let's give them a meal in the hotel and make it mandatory so they can eat and stuff like that. So Jeff just brought a lot of discipline and organization to the Oilers. And so once it got to that part, and then the team started to change, and then the win-loss record started to get better. And so I think that was the big deal that he brought to us.
So what was it about Jeff's coaching style that was effective for your team? Because I know that as I got older, and it was like you get, the Pac-Man to Vince Young to Lindell, and the league started to change. You have a different type of athlete coming in. He had to adjust as a coach as well.
I think from a football standpoint, what Jeff taught me was the situational football. Everything's situational, even with the Music City Miracle. Like the beautiful story about that is the special teams coach, man, I slipped his name.
Alan Lowry.
Alan. So he was in San Francisco with Jeff. So every week we would practice the home run throwback.
Right.
And he so we run it, throw it back. No, guys, take this serious. We may need this one day. We're like, man, Alan, stop. We'll never use this. No, I'm telling you, we're going to need this one day. I'm talking about for the whole, probably 98 and 99 season. So then you go into the playoffs in 99. So I'm on the field, they score, we're all down. Home run throwback. This is it. This is going to work. So
He's having his moment.
So, but when I tell you it worked exactly like we practiced, I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude pulled this off, right? So people say, wow, that was a lucky play. No, we practiced it every Saturday, the last play we did before we went. So it worked. When we needed it, we pulled it out the bag like, pow, big joker. You know what I'm saying? So it was not luck, it was preparation. And I think that's what teaches you about situational football.
Word, absolutely. Well, this is 2026 marks the last year in now Nissan Stadium. In 1999, it was the Coliseum. I say Philadelphia Coliseum.
Yeah.
Real Titans play in a Coliseum.
Right. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Real tight.
What was that's just a little joke. What was your favorite moment from your time playing in the Coliseum?
Man, it was a lot of fun moments. I think probably just any of those games we beat the Steelers. So it was just always fun playing the Baltimores, the Steelers, Cincinnati, Jacksonville. Man, the division was so competitive, and every team was here, and everybody tried to get better than them, and then the next team came, and so it was just it
was a battle too.
Yeah,
physicality. What they say, two mouthpieces, whatever you gotta do. You get
2 men
scrappy.
enter, 1 man leave.
Yeah,
that type
lock
of
the
stuff.
doors for 60 minutes. Man, I remember, a lot of the things that you taught me and told me about being a pro. But then, let's get to the gridiron. Some of the things you taught and told me, and there was definitely one running back in particular that you gave me some words for, and that's that Jerome Bettis.
Let's just start the roll, baby. Just start the roll.
Jerome Bettis, I'll never forget, man. E-Rob was like, hey, look, whatever you do, I don't care if he runs for 40 yards, don't let his big ass get up and start doing the dance.
Little bus dance.
He do that dance and the fans is getting it, then the defense is in it, then now we got a real problem.
Right. Now that Pittsburgh week, now granted I grew up a Steelers fan, right? So one of my first games, I get off the bus, it's like Three Rivers Stadium. It's snowing. And who's at the bottom of the tunnel? O.J. Simpson, right? I walked right past him. He was right there to see Warren Moon. But it was just, the setting was beautiful. I was like, man, this is what I dreamed of as a kid. And they beat us, right? But I love playing Pittsburgh, and then for the Oilers, it was always Steelers week. That was just a long-standing rivalry.
Black and blue division.
Yeah, so JB, man, it was just I don't know how him and I got to that hate relationship. But it was really one of those things during the game, and we would laugh after the game.
Yeah, for sure.
But it kind of came from Greg Williams. It was look, man, if the team is not doing good, he gets one run. You could stop him for 25 straight carries for 30 yards. He gets one 30-yard run. He hits the bus dance. Then the defense starts cheering. The fans start rocking. The snow starts falling. And all of a sudden,
now it's Pittsburgh.
oh, my goodness. So we had a rule was look, You playing Jerome Bettis, I don't care what happens. When he gets tackled, you lay on him and you don't let him get up. So that way, so he's like, nah, look, nah, you ain't about to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't so much him, but he was gonna get everybody else going. Like,
he was the catalyst. He was the catalyst. He was that guy.
Yeah.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame now. Who's a back that you didn't like to play against?
Probably Fred Taylor.
Looking for the cover. He's got room around the middle 10. Fred's on the run to the 25 to the 30. He's going 40.
Fred Taylor from a talent standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about it earlier. Like, last time I saw him, I said, bro, I don't know what's the problem, but he is. People always ask me, who's the best back you play against? Fred Taylor.
Yeah.
Like, I think the size, the strength, the speed, the jump cut, the catch, the go the distance.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Jerome Bettis was tough. He was going to be physical, but we knew if he broke away, we was going to catch him. We get a chance to snap the ball again.
Right.
Fred Taylor breakaway is like just, PAT.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I think that guy was just incredible.
Yeah, and I always say Fred had the goods, like all the shit you said, and he was tough. You don't know punk. You know what I'm
the
saying?
meanest was when Corey Dillon, and I say that Corey Dillon, like
So respectfully,
capital letters,
Mr. Corey Dillon.
Mr. Corey Dillon. And so the story with Corey Dillon was, when the rookie came, hey man, don't disrespect Corey Dillon, because he was cool. Like, he was a laid back. He played hard. He didn't say anything. But if you talk to him and cussed him out, it flipped. So Corey, hey man, stop talking to Corey Dillon. Like, so we have a play, right? So I get knocked down. It's a block, just a normal Cincinnati game. You're more than likely going to beat the Bengals as long as you don't get Corey Dillon excited, right? So he tries to help me out. I don't realize it's Corey Dillon. Don't help me up. I slap his hand out the way. Little did I know, right? Couple plays later, the interception's thrown. So I'm going like, hey, I'm celebrating because we got the interception. He beeline, wow! And so they're like, man, what you did to Corey Dillon? I said, man, I don't know. But he's one of those guys, man, that's like super tough guy. But we never talked to him.
Yeah.
Like,
that era of football, how would you rate it against, the entirety? Because you played during the golden era.
I think it didn't ease up. Not by 2002. Probably right when a couple years, like when you were in there, then it would start, the more common sense. Right. Hey, no more targeting, no more blindside blocks, that type stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, so it kind of got back to where you had, hey man, we want people to be able to walk around and have a normal life if possible, beyond that. Because there's a lot of players, unfortunately, we all got friends who aren't doing too well because of the level of viciousness and violence and toughness that you had to play with. But people say, would you do it again? Absolutely. I tried to play 13 years instead of 11, right? So, but it was just one of those things that you just put your body on the line. But it was like the tough guy thing.
We still got our same identity: tough, physical, and violent. So we're trying to formulate opinions of what our identity is going to be. So that can't just be our philosophy. We got to show that shit today.
What made you come back to Alabama State University, and how much did it mean to you when you got that opportunity?
It was just the opportunity at the right time, but who wouldn't want to coach at their alma mater? And Coach Markham, man, he was the guy that just believed in me, kind of taught me how to just be a man and just, coaches have that special relationship, but we were friends all the way until he passed away.
Right.
And so, and just loved everything he stood for. Most of my quotes are coming from the things that he said. My kids can quote Coach Markham, so his son works with me now.
So the tradition lives on.
Yeah, it lives on. So it's just fun, me and him, me and his son talking about his dad and stuff like that. And so that part of it is, man, I'm just thankful for the opportunity, to be honest with you.
Word. I'm looking about behind you. It says, I am swag.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean to you? Well, it says that. So what I know about you from, playing with you in the NFL is you took a lot of pride then. I remember you gave me one of your college football cards. I still got it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, you used to always educate me about the SWAC. You don't know nothing about that, big fella. You couldn't have played in the SWAC. I couldn't have played in the SWAC. That's cool, but I understand what you mean by that. And I remember early in your coaching career, it went viral, the interaction with you and Deion Sanders after the Jackson State game.
Oh, a little heated exchange there in midfield between Coach Prime and Coach Eddie Robinson Jr.
But you're not going to come here and disrespect me and my team and my school and then want to bro hug.
shake my hand and get the hell on. He ain't swag. You know, I'm swag. He ain't swag.
Who is swag? If I ain't swag, who is swag? If I ain't swag.
People were like, well, man, why are you attacking Prime? It's like, I'm not attacking
Well, I
Prime.
didn't take it that way.
It's more about, I'm swag. Like, this is, like, I've been here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm swag Hall of Fame.
Right.
Like, it's not so much that he left the conference, but it was like he was doing such a great job of shining a light on the HBCUs. It's like, man, won't you hang out with us a little bit?
Right,
we wanted him to play a little bit with us.
Right.
So, but I mean, I think he did a great job while he's at Jackson State, obviously, and so. But for us, it's like the guys that grew up in the conference, like it's you truly, it means something to you.
To the tunnel, chop, 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 chop.
What is it about, coaching at a HBCU or in the SWAC that's different than the experience that you feel the coaches in, I guess a traditional PWI D1 school would have?
Yeah, well, I think if you look at the Power Four, and I mean, you look at the locker rooms and the facilities and the things that they have, it's like going to Disneyland with the fast pass, and you get to skip the line, and you get to eat what you want, and you get to take a picture with Mickey and all that. And so we're kind of like, we're getting in the regular line. You got to sneak around the back. You got to figure some things out. But in the end of the day, you're going to appreciate the experience more. And I think right now, we build that tradition based on that the kids, they really appreciate the experience. And so, and it's not a big difference between where we are and, say, the Sun Belt or Conference USA. So it's really the Power Four and everybody else. I think what people don't get is a lot of those Power Four schools, you may be a great player, you may even have a statue outside, but can you go back and coach?
Right.
Are you able to participate in everything that's going on in the university? And I think that's the difference between that HBCU experience and what makes it so special. For me, it's a beautiful experience to live it, and I can truly say, if not for Alabama State, then where would I be?
Word.
So I'm committed. I'm all in. If not for the SWAC, then where would I be?
Right.
So it's the
Not for the SWAC.
If
Where
not
would
for the
I be?
SWAC,
How does NFL affect the SWAC? And I know the opportunities aren't as great as the Power Four and all that, but are there NIL opportunities for your guys?
Yeah. We have guys that make money too. So.
I know.
Right. I mean, but obviously there's not as many zeros. But
right.
I have a general manager. I mean, we're doing the same thing. We're splitting up the pie to make sure that everybody gets something. And I think, and that's what people think. All of the money is at the big schools and no money is here. Well, yeah, it's not as much. Right. But at the same time, you still have those opportunities to do well. The opportunities now are in college. You know, when we were coming up, if you wanted to get to the NFL early, you had to come out as a junior. Right, in order to make money. So now, you can make a lot of money at a Power Four school while you're still in college. And the purpose of college is to get a good what?
Education.
A good what after that education? Good job, right? So a good job. So if somebody's gonna pay you $800-900,
imagine I got that wrong.
Yeah, I mean to pay $800-900 $1 million while you're in college is truly amazing. We're in some I
can't even fathom that.
Yeah, we're in some uncharted territory. So you got to be able to adjust to what's going on now. You may agree with it or not agree with it, but you have to adjust to it.
What about the players that think the grass is greener on the other side, that get that opportunity to go to, the Sun Belt or one of those conferences that they think is obviously bigger but better?
I mean, it's a little frustrating, but it's part of it.
Right.
And so I think, to me, you focus on the kids, and you got to have those conversations. You got to communicate. And so, I mean, I talk to my kids when they're young, and I know their financial and economic situation also. And so, and you're trying to help them to make the best decision for them and their family. And I think if you're upfront with the kids and let them know, like, hey, man, this is the opportunities. Hey, man, you're so close to graduating. Why don't you graduate first? And then if there's some opportunities, then, hey, let's explore that. And so I think you just sit down with them and the family, and because you have the agents and this and that, sometimes those kids need a friend. Like, hey, man, what is going on? What's your reason for wanting to leave?
2025, you had a 10-2 record. Mm-hmm. What are the expectations for the Hornets this year in 2026?
That's championship expectations. Yeah, that was the same expectations my first year. I mean, if you're not playing it to win the championship.
What's the point of playing?
Yeah, so. But it was a great year last year. I mean, it was a lot of good things happened. A lot of things came together. Players, coaching staff was tremendous. And so I have a lot of those guys back, a lot of the players back. The fans are expecting it. And people say, oh, it's a lot of pressure on you. It's not pressure, it's opportunity.
Right.
Like, who wants to be on a team where, man, if we could just win a couple and get over 500, everybody wants to be on a team where the expectation is that you win the championship.
All right, Coach, thanks for sitting down with me on Bullseye View. Alabama State University versus Southern University at legendary Legion Field.
Yep, Birmingham, Alabama.
August 29th. I will be there. Eddie Robinson versus Marshall Faulk's team. Y'all, shoot, the greatest show on turf,
Greatest
Super Bowl.
show on turf. Yeah, and we both from New Orleans.
That's going to be good. That's going to be a classic.
Add that to it or what?
Both from New Orleans. You just added it. Tim's the man. He going to make it look great.
Make it look great, yeah.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you, OG.
Absolutely, man.
That's
Love
my
you,
guy.
man, for sure.
Keith is swag.
Not swag. I represent though.
Podcasting for the masses, and I'm coming correct.